Hello, and in this video, we are going to go through some concepts that you will see on your quarter two final for your bonus video. All right, let's get started. The scale on a map shows that 1 inch represents 15 miles. Now remember, whenever we have questions like this, we always want to write down our data first. So that is what I'm going to do. So we have 1 inch to 15 miles. The distance between Jane's town and her grandmother's town is 5.5 inches. So I'm going to write 5.5 inches up top here because that matches the 1 inch. What is the actual distance between the two towns? So we need to find our new bottom. So what I see here is that I'm going from 1 inch to 5.5 inches. Do not let the decimal fool you. We need to multiply by 5.5. Just like if we were going from 1 to 5, we would multiply by 5. Just because there's a decimal does not mean the process changes. So now 15 miles times 5.5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5. Again, plus 2 is 7. Add it all up. And remember, we need to do our scoop, would be 82.5 miles. Reminder, when you're multiplying, you start in the ones place on the right with the ones place and the tens place and so on. Once you finish that row, add your 0 and start with the second digit, do the ones place, the tens place, and then add all of your products together at the end. All right, let's keep going. A plumber charges a rate of $50 for each hour of work. Ooh, that word each means something. Select from the drop-down menu to correctly complete the sentences. An expression that represents the amount in dollars that the plumber will charge for X hours of work is, so let's look at A here. Would it be 50 times X or 50 plus X? Well, I see that word each, so that's going to mean to multiply. Because 50 for 1 hour, 50 for 2 hours, it would be 100. For 3 hours, it would be 150. So we're going to keep multiplying by 50 for each hour. So that is going to be 50x. At this rate, for 4 hours of work, the plumber would charge what? And let's look at option B. So $50 for 1 hour or each hour. And we want to go to 4 hours. 1 times 4 is 4. 50 times 4 is 200. So that one would be for 200 for B. All right, let's keep moving. A basketball team has 40 members. There are 28 boys and 12 girls in the club. What is the ratio of the number of boys on the team to the number of girls on the team? Okay, so there are 28 boys and 12 girls. What is the ratio of the number of boys on the team to the number of girls on the team? All right. We need to do boys first, which is 28. Girls second, which is 12. Now remember, there are 3 ways to write a ratio. Using a colon, using the word to, and then I want you to guess the last one. You guessed it, using a fraction. Remember, when you write it as a fraction, the first one goes on top. All right, let's keep going. A car traveled 150 miles in 5 hours. At what rate in miles per hour did the car travel? So let's write down our information that we have. 150 miles in 5 hours. And we want to go to each or per hour. And per always means 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 150 divided by 5. Might need to come down here and do it. 5 goes into 15 3 times. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract, you get 0. Bring down is 0. 5 goes into 0 times, so it would be 30 miles per hour or 30 mph. And again, we got that because we know that to go from 5 hours to 1 hour, we divide by 5. So 150 divided by 5 would be 30 miles. All right, let's keep going. A room has a width of 288 inches. What is the width of the room in feet? So here we need to do a conversion. And I have inches and feet here. I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. But we do not have 12 inches, we have 288 inches. So I need to figure out, how am I going from 12 to 288? Well, first thing I'm going to, in order to figure that out, I can work backwards and divide. 288 divided by 12. 12 does not fit into 2, but it does fit into 28 twice. 12 times 2 is 24. Subtract, you get 4, bring down an 8. 12 fits into 48 4 times, so it would be 24. So this means that 12 times 24 is 288. If I multiply the inches by the 24, I need to multiply the feet by 24. 1 times 24 is 24 feet. So the room in feet would be 24 feet. Sorry, not 244. All right, let's keep going. A new school will have 560 students. A construction code requires that new buildings have 3 restrooms for every 70 students. So we have 3 restrooms for every 70 students. Based on the code, what is the total number of restrooms the school must have? So we have 3 restrooms for every 70 students, but we want to go to 560 students because that's how many we have. So 70, so I'm thinking here, I'm going to drop these zeros for a minute because we don't need them. If I think that 7 times 8 is 56, that means that 7D, add my 0, times 8 would be 560. 3 restrooms times 8 is 24 restrooms. And again, so 3 restrooms to 70 students, and we want to go to 560 students. 70 times 8 is 560. And again, I know that because 7 times 8 is 56, then add our 0 to get the 560. 3 restrooms times 8 is 24 restrooms. All right, this is going to conclude our part 1 video. And again, remember that if you have completed this, I will see that you have completed it, and you will get to replace a missing assignment and add 10 points onto a quiz grade. All right, we will see you in the next video. Bye.